Alright, so let's talk about Drytron Herald in the Master Duel. This is going to be a new series I'm doing where we just talk about the past metas of Master Duel, and we're going to start all the way at the beginning. I'm going to be covering other archetypes and just decks in general that were doing crazy stuff, even ones that didn't last very long. So if there's another deck that was a meta around this time, I'm going to talk about it in a different video. But Drytron Herald, if you don't know what this deck does, long story short, it can OTK and it can negate your entire hand, basically. If they get a really good hand, they can negate damn near your entire hand. But overall, it's really the Drytrons. The Drytrons add a lot of consistency in the OTK side, and the Herald side is just a bunch of negation. That's basically what it is. Like, you got, like, Drytrons were pretty much just a powerhouse of the deck. Like, we're gonna smack you really hard, we're gonna wipe your field, stuff like that. And the Heralds complement them so well because they cover the half that they're weak against. They cover the first turn option for Drytrons. And now, we have this BS. So basically, Drytrons, first thing they do, they can ritual summon. When they ritual summon, what their ritual spell, which is cracked. First off, their ritual spell is also a ritual monster reborn. It says they can summon ritual monsters from the grave. And when they go for a ritual summon, I think they use light machines if I remember correctly. And all their monsters in the main deck are level 1 with 2000 attack. So what actually goes on here? So since they only care about the attack into account, you just need to equal, instead of equaling the levels, equal or exceeding the levels, you have to equal or exceed the attack. So pretty much 2 monsters minimum. Now they can circumvent this in different ways. The easiest way is just using a Mu Beta Fafnir, which is their disease monster, which can detach materials for a ritual summon to count as it can count as one of the 2000s. So if you have Mu Beta Fafnir, detach materials, and then you get a ritual out from it. And I can't remember Mu Beta Fafnir's other effect, but I'm not even worried about it right now because that's the main one that matters. Other things they do is once the Herald engine gets going, you kind of just, I ain't gonna lie, if they went first and they get Herald out, it's gonna be hard to out unless they just didn't get a good hand to have that many fairies. But the thing is, between them using Ben 10 to search as they're making their plays, so they can tribute Ben 10 and then use its effect to search another fairy, and then they can use Eva to get more fairies. They're probably gonna have at least 3 Omni negates going. They can have more. I've seen them negate entire hands, but outside of that little thing they do, another big thing, like I said before, is OTK. Draconids, if I think, is the one. I think, yeah, Drytron Draconids is one of the 2 rituals from their Drytron side of the deck. That thing can attack every monster your opponent controls once each, and I think both of the rituals get a secondary effect if you use the level 1 monsters only. But Menace is such a good card, it actually gets splashed in other ritual decks. But outside of that, they just kind of exist. I'm not gonna lie. Like, right now, they're not meta really anymore. There's way crazier things going on. But they definitely, like, if they go first and set up a good board, they just kind of shut down a lot of decks. But if your deck has a lot of graveyard plays it can do, then you can kind of play through them. But if you can do graveyard plays on your opponent's turn, you can play through it. That's like one of the biggest answers to them. But I'm not going to go too far into detail because I personally don't know enough about the archetype since I never played it, or I played it like once and I wasn't a fan of it, so I can't go into too much detail on it. But if you want to know more, there is a video, I'm going to put a link in the description of someone playing with it. It's actually the video I have on screen right now. I'm going to put a link to this if you want to see like a full version of what they can do. But that's it for me. This is True Kingston, and we out. Take it easy.